Welcome back to RideWire, and in this episode we're diving deep into the brand new 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 800 AES, the return of an icon. Kawasaki has revived a name that helped define their cruiser lineup in the late 90s and early 2000s. But this isn't just a nostalgic reboot. The 2026 Vulcan 800 arrives with updated performance, refined ergonomics, smarter electronics, and a refreshed design philosophy meant to appeal to both seasoned riders and newcomers looking for an approachable yet charismatic machine. So let's break down what this modern classic brings to the table. Right from the first glance, the new Vulcan 800 sticks to its traditional silhouette, long, low, and unmistakably Kawasaki cruiser. The bike carries a teardrop fuel tank that flows smoothly into a low-slung seat, offering that saddle-in-the-bike feeling that cruiser fans love. The designers have blended old-school curves with contemporary touches like LED lighting throughout, a sculpted rear fender, and machine detailing on the engine cases. New color options include metallic graphite black, deep emerald pearl, and a throwback candy crimson red that nods to the original Vulcan's heritage. Kawasaki also introduced a more modern instrument cluster, a circular digital analog hybrid display that keeps the bike's retro charm while giving riders access to gear position, fuel range, Bluetooth notifications, and riding modes. Underneath all the styling goodness is the heart of the Vulcan 800. An updated 805cc liquid-cooled V-twin engine. This isn't simply a recycled power plant. Kawasaki reworked internal components, improved cooling efficiency, and revised fuel mapping to meet modern emissions standards while squeezing out smoother throttle delivery and more mid-range torque. The result is a power band that feels stronger and more predictable than the old carbureted Vulcans. Kawasaki claims around 55 horsepower and just under 60 Nm of torque, which might not explode off the spec sheet, but on the road it translates to satisfying acceleration, plenty of usable grunt in city riding, and enough overtaking power for confident highway cruising. The V-twin still has that signature low-end character, but with less vibration thanks to improved engine balancing. Another area where the new Vulcan 800 steps things up is the chassis. Kawasaki designed a stiffer yet lighter steel frame that enhances stability at speed without sacrificing the laid-back, easy handling feel riders expect from a cruiser. The bike features a 41mm front fork and a hidden rear monoshock that preserves the classic hardtail look while offering real suspension comfort. This setup helps the Vulcan soak up bumps better than many cruisers in its price class. Braking performance sees a noticeable improvement as well. A 300mm front disc with a 2-piston caliper and a 270mm rear disc work with Bosch ABS to deliver predictable stopping power, even when you're riding with a passenger or gear. Speaking of comfort, Kawasaki clearly wanted the new Vulcan 800 to be a bike you can spend hours on. The seat height lands at a very approachable 27.8 inches. Making it accessible to a huge range of riders. The ergonomic triangle feels relaxed but not overly stretched out. A mid-mount controls and a slightly pulled-back handlebar keep your posture upright without putting strain on your lower back. Wind management remains minimal by design, but Kawasaki offers an optional quick-release windshield for riders who plan to tour. The passenger accommodations are more generous than the old model, and the rear fender can be customized with Kawasaki's accessory backrest. Even the stock seat foam is noticeably upgraded, delivering better support for longer rides. Where the Vulcan really distinguishes itself from other mid-weight cruisers is in its infusion of subtle modern technology. Kawasaki includes selectable riding mode set touring, standard, and Reina, each adjusting throttle sensitivity and traction control intervention. It's not a full electronics suite like you'd find on a top-end sport tourer, but on a retro-inspired cruiser, it's a welcome bonus. Kawasaki's Radiology smartphone connectivity is standard, giving you access to call alerts, ride logs, maintenance reminders, and optional turn-by-turn navigation. The lighting system is entirely LED, from the headlight to the bullet-style signals to the sleek taillight, improving visibility and giving the bike a more premium nighttime signature. While the Vulcan 800 keeps its classic soul, it also recognizes the needs of today's riders when it comes to customization. Kawasaki offers a wide range of factory accessories, chrome engine guards, saddlebags in both leather and hard touring variants, multiple seat options, different handlebar styles, and even a performance exhaust developed in partnership with Vance Hines. The bike's simple mechanical layout also means the aftermarket scene is likely to explode quickly, making the 2026 Vulcan 800 a perfect blank canvas for riders who want to build bobbers, baggers, or classic cruisers with a personal touch. On the road, the bike's personality shines. The engine is responsive without being twitchy, delivering a smooth, linear wave of torque right where cruiser riders like it best to between 2,500 and 6,000 revolutions per minute. The gearing is well spaced, and the revised 5-speed transmission shifts with surprising refinement compared to older Vulcans. The clutch pull is lighter thanks to Kawasaki's assist and slipper system, which also helps manage aggressive downshifts. Cornering clearance is better than many cruisers in the segment, so you won't immediately start scrapping pegs every time you lean into a turn. The Vulcan feels predictable and friendly, which should appeal to newer riders, but its engine character and stable chassis also give it enough depth for experienced riders who appreciate a well-balanced cruiser that doesn't demand constant correction on the highway. Fuel economy is another strong point, with riders likely seeing around 50 miles per gallon depending on riding style, giving the 4-gallon tank a respectable range. Maintenance is simplified by clearly accessible service points, and Kawasaki is offering an extended warranty program for those who want extra peace of mind. Considering rising fuel and service costs, the Vulcan's efficiency and low upkeep make it a very practical choice for everyday riding. Finally, the question of price. Kawasaki has positioned the 2026 Vulcan 800 to compete directly with bikes like the Honda Shadow Phantom, Harley-Davidson's smaller offerings, and Yamaha's mid-size cruisers. In the U.S. market, the Vulcan 800 is launching at an estimated $8,699, placing it in a sweet spot that is affordable for new riders but packed with enough quality to satisfy loyal cruiser enthusiasts. This competitive price, combined with its blend of nostalgia, modern features, and sharp styling, makes the new Vulcan one of the most compelling cruiser releases of the year. To sum it up without wrapping things into sections, the 2026 Kawasaki Vulcan 800 delivers a near-perfect mix of retro cruiser charm and contemporary refinement. It rides smoothly, looks stunning, and offers just enough technology to enhance the experience without diluting the classic appeal. Whether you're hunting for your first cruiser or returning to the Vulcan name after years away, Kawasaki has built something that feels both familiar and refreshingly new. If the mid-weight cruiser market felt bland in recent years, the Vulcan 800's return might be exactly what it needed.